You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 28th day of July 2025. A very good evening to you wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kennedy Kimani, and signing for us tonight is Boniface Muredi. We begin with opposition leaders have formally lodged complaints with the Independent Policing Oversight Authority (IPOA), calling for swift investigations and decisive action after what they describe as excessive police force. Led by DAP-K's Eugene Wamalwa, the opposition condemned the police for using violent tactics to break up their gatherings, resulting in several injuries. Tensions escalated most recently on Sunday in Murang'a County, where officers reportedly blocked and clashed with the opposition members.
Because they shot around 6 times when we were lying down, the two of us, and they told us to shout totem. Unless we shout totem, they are going to kill us. And they pointed the guns at us, myself and my driver. So basically we had to say totem so that we can be safe.
If there was any crime that had been committed, then we are members of parliament and we are leaders in this country. We can be invited to any police station anytime and we'll go and record statements. But this kind of violence, Honorable Chair, if IPOA does not reign on these rogue police officers, then we don't have a country.
We are entering that critical stage, Honorable Chair. You have been in IEBC. What Kriegler talked about, 2 years to the election. We are entering that period. In another 2 weeks, we'll be entering that period. So any situation that would allow pre-election violence will be a threat to our democracy.
As a former chair of IBC, I think I don't like where it's going. It's going to get bad, and I think we need to have even you guys as the political leaders, perhaps we need to find a way of engaging with your counterparts, if you can.
While away from that, and police officer Clinzy Barasa has pleaded not guilty to the murder of mask vendor Boniface Mwangi during last month's Nairobi protest. Barasa appeared in Milimani Court where bail timelines were set, while IPOA recommended the death penalty if convicted and called for protection of vulnerable witnesses. His co-accused Duncan Kiprono was released after no charges were filed against him. Now, a section of youth in Bungoma County have come to the defense of Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, accusing Sirisia Member of Parliament John Waluke of political intimidation. The group insists that Sifuna has a right to comment on national issues and calling on the NCSC to act against leaders stoking division through inflammatory rhetoric.
Yeye amekuja jana anasema ati anataka kufukuza Sifuna Bungoma County, aende kabisa. Kujifanya wewe ndio mwanaume, unajua kuattack viongozi, umeshindwa kupigana na maendeleo ya Kenya kwanza Bungoma County, umeanza kutusiana na watu wenye haujui. Juzi nimesikia ukituzi MCA, unatuzi governor, badala udili na nyumba yenu umeruka kwa Sifuna.
Mimi nimeshangaa na wewe sana. Wewe Edwin Sifuna kazi yake anaongea ukweli, si kutusi mtu. Ama ni aje majamaa? Edwin kazi yake anaongea ukweli, si kutusi mtu. Juzi nimeshangaa labda wewe umesaliwa leo. Kama ungekuwa umesaliwa jana Meja, ungekuwa Kakamega. Mzee baba amesema ati nani Sifuna akiongea baba ndiye ameongea. Sasa leo umekuja unasema ati Sifuna ndiye anatusi nani? Anatusi Raila. Na Raila ndiye anasema if Sifuna talks, yeye pia ndiye anafanyaje? Yeye ndiye amebonga. Mambo ya Luke sisi tumesema Bungoma.
And as young people of Bungoma County, we are here to defend our own son, because our own son has done us pride as a region. You are not in a position to speak against a lawyer. Mentally, leaders declaring embargoes against other leaders from visiting our region is wrong. Wewe ni kiongozi unasimama unasema mtu mwingine asikuja asimame hapa Western. Kwani wewe ni nani Meja Waluke? Tunataka kuambie kijana yetu Sifuna atakuwa hapa Bungoma Friday. Na sisi tunataka tukuite wewe. Utuambie utakuwa wapi.
Ukiendelea kuongea kwa Sifuna, itabidi tukuje tupige story na wewe. Si ndio wananchi?
Now, 6 suspects have been arrested in Kimani during a coordinated crackdown involving NACADA, ANU, and ASTU resulting in the seizure of 90 kilograms of cannabis and multiple mobile phones. The suspects are currently held at Kimani police station as investigations continue and as they await formal charges.
Immediately, and we are not transferring anybody. They will be receiving their dismissal letters as they go through their court processes to answer why they are facilitating smuggling of drugs and the distribution of drugs and alcohol, illicit alcohol.
Hiyo operation ni part of ile makataa tulipewa na waziri. Alituambia tuingie nyanjani tuanze kupigana na hii mihadarati. The operation yesterday was intelligence led na tunaendelea. Tumeshika suspects wawili na katika ile hali ya kuhojiana tumepata majina, namba na distribution centers zingine ambazo nikiwa hapa nasimama, maofisa wako huko kwa ground wanaendelea kufanya upekuzi.
Now, 2 suspected thieves were lynched in a mob in Kisumu's Kawash area early today after being caught stealing from local homes. Police confirm 3 other suspects remain at large and are pursuing them. Authorities have assured residents that increased security measures are in place to restore safety following recent unrest in the area.
After we received information, our officers reacted and responded fast. And unfortunately, 2 of the thugs were cornered by the residents. It is believed that 3 others, it was a gang of 5 and 3 others, managed to escape, but which we are pursuing. The bodies of the deceased have been taken to the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital mortuary, where they are pending identification and autopsy to determine the cause of death. We have team working in secret. We have special teams, quick reaction teams. So I wish to assure them that we are always there for them. It is sometimes unfortunate that where police are, these things do not occur, so they just occur by chance.
In a united front against cancer, all government ministries nationwide have been mobilized to intensify efforts in combating the disease that continues to impact countless Kenyans. This renewed commitment was announced today by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi at the ongoing 2nd National Cancer Conference in Nairobi.
Today we stand united, not just in sorrow, but in our resolve to turn the tide against cancer. We are not powerless. We are powerful when we join hands, when we unite our voices, and when we act with purpose. Every Kenyan has a role in this battle. Whether you shape policies, heal patients, educate minds, grow food, or inspire the next generation, your actions matter. Your voice matters. Let us leave this summit not with words alone, but with a commitment to bold, measurable steps towards a cancer-free Kenya.
The Social Health Authority provides up to 550,000 per year through the Social Health Insurance Fund, an emergency, chronic, and critical illness fund for cancer diagnosis and treatment. Additional services covered include surgical procedures, inpatient care, outpatient care, and palliative care in line with the SHA benefits and tariffs. No Kenyan should be forced to choose between treatment and feeding their family.
Indeed, as I've been told by my friends at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital, people don't want to be told that they have cancer. If you say so, they think you are pronounced a deathbed. But that is not the case. I think more public education will make sure that cancer is treated like any other disease, preventable, curable, and indeed something that should be such a threat to humanity. We must address these issues head-on. Let us not be content with writing strategies. Let us instead commit to funding them. staffing them, equipping them, and measuring their impact.
Now, away from that, in a bold move to bridge the gender gap in science education, Eco Network Africa Foundation is stepping up efforts to empower young girls in remote areas through STEM subjects. The foundation, under the leadership of CEO Dr. Jennifer Riria, is set to roll out mobile science labs to boost access to practical learning. Vivian Kerubo with more on this.
40 plus years ago.
Eco Network Africa Foundation has reiterated its commitment to improving the livelihoods of girls and women by advocating for education, particularly in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. During a press briefing in Nairobi, CEO Dr. Jennifer Riria emphasized the importance of nurturing girls from a young age to embrace science subjects, a step she says is vital in bridging the gender gap in STEM careers.
Think about improving the livelihoods of girls and women, because they're the mainstay of this economy. I have no apologies to make when I say without a mother there is no generation. And we have come to realize you don't empower a mother, you are disempowering everyone. So it's very sad to see mothers crying in the streets at the moment when they don't know what to do. We have also complained for a long time that girls do not take up science subjects. As a result, they are left out internationally in terms of placing them in not only in jobs but in leadership positions that require scientific and technical knowledge. So as an institution, we are really interested in making sure we don't sit and say girls are not entering, but saying how do we get the girls to begin entering into sciences.
To actualize this vision, the foundation, in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Social Equipment Production Unit, SEPU, will unveil modern mobile laboratories on Wednesday, July 30th.
She started it off with
Sarah Mohoya, the chief party leader, explained that SEPU will oversee teachers' training and the distribution of the mobile labs, while the foundation will provide financial support for the initiative.
We are looking forward to Wednesday when we are going to be donating actually the first batch of more than 10 or at least more than 15 mobile laboratories. These are not our mobile laboratories. We have partnered as Eco Network Africa Foundation with the School Equipment Production Unit, SEPU, who are the authorized institution or agency by the Ministry of Education State Department for Basic Education to produce science equipment. And therefore, it's going to be a very major partnership. We are going on that day to also sign an MOU.
Mohoya further announced that the first batch of the mobile laboratories will be distributed to 15 schools across the country and urged Kenyans of goodwill to support the initiative to help expand its impact.
We have made sure that in this consignment, the first batch, at least there will be a mobile lab in each of the in at least one school in the old provinces, as you know them. So the project is going to cover the entire country. However, this is really just a drop in the ocean. We have more than 28,000 public primary schools. We are only donating this time round to only 15 schools, and a few other people have done the same. So the need is very, very great, but we believe that with partnerships, with everybody drawing their weight and pulling their weight in one direction, we can play that civic duty, we can stop complaining as a country, and every single child, wherever they are, in Madeira, in Kwale, in Western Kenya, wherever they are in this country, they can get equal chances.
With the launch of these mobile laboratories, the foundation hopes to spark a scientific revolution among girls in underdeserved regions and ensure their dreams in STEM become a reality. Reporting for Newswatch, Vivian Kerubo.
Thank you so much, Vivian, for that report. Now, Kenya has made climate history, launching Africa's first REDD Plus registry to track forest carbon projects and drive accountability in emission reductions. Environment Cabinet Secretary Deborah Baraza says the move marks a big win for forest conservation and is expected to draw investment into sustainable land use.
This significant event, the official launch of the Kenya Red Plus Registry and Red Plus Nesting Guidelines. Today we commemorate not only a technical milestone, but also a pivotal advancement in our national commitment to climate action, forest integrity, and sustainable development. The forests of Kenya remains integral to our national well-being. They play a critical role in regulating the climate, sustaining biodiversity.
Plus Registry could be the cornerstone for the green finance ecosystem that is being built here in Kenya and can be one of the leaders across the whole of the continent. So I'm proud that the UK is being able to support the development of the registry in partnership with the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry and Conservation International. And to help build the success of the programme, we've committed to supporting the hosting of the registry for the next 2 years to help cement it and make it a reality.
All right, it is exactly 18 minutes past the top of the hour. Time now for a short break, but immediately after, I'll be back with the business and the sports news. Stick around.
Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki msoul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
You are Alpha and Omega.
Not only are we going to be offended, but believe it or not, we are going to offend somebody else. Whether directly or indirectly, sooner or later, we're going to hurt someone's feelings. We're going to do something that will disappoint someone. We will break someone's heart. We are humans. We are all weak. We all make mistakes.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord Almighty reigns.
It's the man's responsibility to initiate that. Even if his wife was wrong, but he responded by raising his voice, by saying things to her with the wrong attitude, he needs to go down and knock on that door and say to his wife, will you please forgive me?
Set the prisoner free. By his own great mercy we are set.
Welcome back. Now let's get down to business. And President William Ruto is urging global leaders to adopt bold, targeted actions to end hunger and transform food systems. Speaking at the United Nations Food Systems Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, the head of state called for innovative financing, digital solutions, and stronger public-private partnerships to tackle malnutrition and boost food security, especially in developing nations.
It is still possible to reorganize global food systems to accelerate progress towards the SDGs and broader sustainability goals. This requires coordinated focus on 6 key priority areas. First, we must integrate food system strategies into national policies. A unified value chain approach can address interconnected challenges from food and nutrition insecurity to public health and environmental degradation, including climate change. Second, we must strengthen the governance of food systems. Fragmented global responses are counterproductive, and we need stronger policy coherence, greater transparency and accountability, including evidence-based decision-making and capacity building at all levels. Third, research, technology, and innovation hold immense promise for transformation. We must support academic and research institutions with the infrastructure they require, while significantly scaling up investment in digital technologies, artificial intelligence, and climate-smart agriculture.
Moving on swiftly, and Uasin Gishu County has marked a milestone with its first ever air export of 50 in-calf Ayrshire heifers to Nigeria. The heifers sourced from farmers across the county were flown directly to Nigeria from Eldoret International Airport. This breakthrough reflects the county's investments in livestock development, boosting trade links that already span Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania.
The number of livestock that we are exporting are dairy breeding cattle of number 50 from, we have sourced it across the county of Uasin Gishu from our small farmers. We have made sure that we do the pest control of our animals through dipping. We have improved the AI services to make sure that we have livestock that are to standard. These animals have undergone almost 3 months process of ensuring that they are disease-free. We have made sure that we have met all the required standard and certification for the export market. And as a department and the county government of Uasin Gishu, our rallying call is for our farmers, of which we are coming. We'll be going to do a very structured engagement format to bring on board as many farmers and open markets so that we can have our breed export overseas and to other territories.
This first trip is for Nigeria. We are exporting this cattle to a state called Ogun, which is just outside Lagos, Lagos State. And because it's a very wet but very hot, humid area, they have tried cows from South Africa with a lot of, with little success. They have also brought cows from Brazil, which have not done very well. So we advise them that the Ayrshire breed, which is very versatile, can actually do very well there. We'll be coming back and get a lot of these heifers and second time calvers to West Africa and see our input there in improving their milk production. Nigeria, particularly, is a milk scarce country, and the government there is working very hard to improve on dairy incentives that they can give to their farmers. So we look to harness a lot of that potential from Uasin Gishu County, which has some of the best genetics of any livestock you can find across East Africa.
I want to urge our governor, His Excellency, to assist the department, as the Director of Veterinary Services is always there to assist and to ensure that all the counties abide by the veterinary regulations so that we don't have any outbreak of diseases anyhow. We also want to encourage the farmers to produce a lot of animals so that we can get good market for them.
All right, and to some sporting action now. Michael Karanga has etched his name in golf history, clinching the 2025 NCBA Kenya Amateur Match Play Championship after dramatic sudden death playoff at Sigona Golf Club. The Kiambu Golf Club star edged South Africa's Prani Kapoor on the 37th hole, earning a ticket to the 2026 Magical Kenya Open and solidifying his dominance in a fiercely contested field of Africa's top amateurs.
I think the course was in good shape first for the tournament. We have been here from Thursday, played 36 holes Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The course was in good shape, and now since I have won this tournament, I'm very ready for the Magical Kenya Open 2026. It's a good chance for me to go straight to the training camp and start preparing myself. That it's not, I don't take it for granted to be the first amateur golfer in the country to get the slot of the Magical Kenya Open, and I'm looking forward to train hard and wait for the Magical Kenya Open and play good golf.
This championship is part of the Kenya Swing Series. We started at Vet Lab last week, which continues to attract top amateur talent from across the continent. We are grateful to have had players from Rwanda, South Africa, Zambia, Mauritius, Ethiopia and Tanzania competing in this event. We sincerely thank you for making the journey and enriching the spirit of this championship.
Now, KCB RFC were crowned Driftwood 7th champions after edging Strathmore Leos 15-14 in a nail-biting final at the Mombasa Sports Club. A dominant first-half display was enough to fend off a late Leos surge as the Bunkers lifted the opening leg of the National 7th Circuit, powered by a standout performance from Floyd Wabwire, who walked away with multiple individual honors. And finally, Tusker Football Club have bolstered their squad with the signing of winger Yakin Muteheli from Ulinzi Stars on a 2-year deal. The 26-year-old, known for his pace and creativity, becomes the Brewers' fourth signing ahead of the FKF Premier League season, adding firepower to Charles Okere's frontline. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. We really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kimani, and Boniface Muredi has been the sign language interpreter.